the snow! So I'm on my way to this wreath making. I look really blurry. I don't know if it's me or if it's the camera. Am I not focused? The juice of a clementine. How do people film cooking shows? Okay, yes. Can you see? Can you see that? Look how well behaved Emma's being. It's unusual. We will see what happens. Hi everyone, it's me, Jess, and Granola, playing with his toy whose squeak has finally died. I couldn't be more happy. I'm here because I thought it'd be fun. I did this, I don't think I did this last year, but I did this the year before, where I participated in Vlogmas. Not in the way that some people on YouTube do, where they film every single day. That would be impossible for me to do. But I am filming, I think, once a week. So kind of what am I getting up to that's Christmassy and otherwise for the week? And also combining that with my reading, and because it is the last reading month of the year, as we all know, and I'm participating in the reindeer readathon, in case you missed that post with my TBR, and I'm really excited. I'm on Team Nutcracker. We're gonna slay. See the pun? I'm gonna get started. We're already into December. It's actually December 3rd. A little slow on the uptake, but I'm hoping to make up for it when I stop teaching. So, little life update. My last day of teaching technically was supposed to be Friday of this week, but I have been posting about this on Instagram. We are on strike. In fact, this is a historic strike in Quebec. We are over 500,000 public sector workers have been striking. Some elementary school teachers have been on strike, unlimited strike, without strike pay since the end of November. The Common Front, it's called. So it's nurses, teachers, healthcare workers, and other education workers have all voted for a 7-day strike from December 8th to the 14th. So I will be out on the picket line. I'm not sure if I'm going to include any footage of that. It's not very Christmassy, but then again, it's very real life. So let me know in the comments below your feelings on that. If you're watching, if you're planning to watch the Vlogmas series that I'm doing, let me know, because I'm always willing to tailor content to viewers' preferences. But primarily it's going to be reading and Christmas content. I've already started. This is Crook Manifesto by Colson Whitehead, which is, just to say, this is the second book about the main character, Ray Carney, who owns a furniture store. What's up? Owns a furniture store in Harlem, and I had taken, the first book is called Harlem Shuffle, and I had taken the first book out of the library, started it, thought it was great, got distracted, didn't get to finish it, had to return it to the library. And then my book club wanted to read the second one, which has come out this year. It's a continuation of the same character, and it's about his life living in Harlem, trying to run a straight life, trying to have a straight life and not get into crooked dealings, because that's a difficult task, right? And that's demonstrated, I think, in the first book and continues in the second book. I don't know the whole story of Carney's character arc because I didn't finish Harlem Shuffle, but I'm about halfway through Crook Manifesto, and Colson Whitehead's ability to build this world from the 70s. It's set in the 70s. It actually goes through three different, actually 1971 to 1973 and 1976. So different parts of that decade are represented in terms of the evolution of Carney's life as a straight businessman, entrepreneur, and as a crooked one, and the temptations to have a few side hustles. There seems to be also criticism of the police and criticism of the government and the kinds of of social commentary that you would expect from this kind of a story, but woven in extremely well into the fabric. So what I think Colson Whitehead is so good at doing is just drawing you right into the world very quickly of Harlem in the 1970s. And so far I'm really enjoying it. I'm pretty sure this wouldn't be for everyone's taste, but we do have a book club meeting about it on Thursday this week, and I will let you know what everyone says, and I'm certainly going to finish it this week. The next book that I'm reading that I've been dying to get to is I Am Homeless If This Is Not My Home by Lorrie Moore. This is, I don't know, like a zombie horror ghost love story. I have only read the very first chapter, which is a letter from a woman named, I think, Elizabeth, a diary that I think has been found. I'm still a little unsure. I've only read the first chapter so far. Just starts, dearest sister, from this woman Elizabeth, and she's describing experiences, I think, in her rooming house, and it's back in time. I'm not sure exactly when it is, but she says, she writes things like, rest your horse and buggy here, stuff like that. So I guess it's set sometime around the turn of the century. So that's, I'm just starting it, and I think the next chapter is going to be set more in modern day, because I know that some of the book is leading up to the 2016 election, if I'm not mistaken. So I will keep you posted. I really want to get 3 books to 4 books read each week this month, which is a lot for me. The first week might not be, I might not be able to be as diligent because I'm still working and grading, and who knows about the second week because I'll have to be on the picket line, but we'll see how things go. The third book that I really want to read is The Daughter of Time, which is the book that I'm reading for Remember December. And I'm actually so stoked to read this book because I remember it being so good. And Shelly, I know, reread it and really loved it. Now listen, I read this book in like grade 8 in junior high, and I wrote an essay on it. I'm going to dig it up. It's a little bit like... It's a little bit pulling on my heart because, oh my God, I don't want to cry. Because my mom helped me with that essay, and my mom really loved this book. Whew. And sorry guys, hope I'm not turning anyone off. I did not know I was going to get sad. I've been feeling a little bit sad about my mom lately because she is suffering from pretty severe cognitive impairment in her older age. She just turned 80, and I just moved her into a residence here, which has a great reputation, but she's a bit disoriented and she's struggling a bit. I'm telling you guys, dementia, Alzheimer's, cognitive decline, whatever you want to call it, is one of the most, it just causes like this very unique kind of suffering for the person experiencing it and for the people around them. She still knows who I am, and I did just talk to her about The Daughter of Time, and she was really excited. And she still tries to read, so even though her short-term memory isn't that great, she still tries to read. So I think I'm gonna order a copy for her, but I don't have a copy, so I was gonna read it on ebook. But just to tell you what The Daughter of Time is about, well, the name is kind of interesting. The name comes from a passage is in one of, I didn't know this till I looked it up, in a passage in one of Leonardo da Vinci's notebooks that states, truth alone is the daughter of time. And the implication is that the truth will come out over time, which is a really cool name, The Daughter of Time, for the book, because the book is about like a modern day investigator looking into, it says a 1951 detective novel where a modern police officer is investigating the crimes of Richard III of England. And I'm really excited because I remember it being really good. So I'm gonna download it on my Kobo, which is the Canadian version of a Kindle, and I'm gonna start reading that one today too. Other things planned for this week that are Christmassy. Today, I'm going with a girlfriend to a wreath making workshop, which I'm really looking forward to. Have a spot in my front where I can put a wreath, and I've never made a wreath before, and I think it would be really fun, and it's an opportunity to get into the holiday spirit. What else? I have decided that I'm going to make a full Christmas meal, which for us in our household means a turkey. So I will go and order our turkey from, we have a specialty is called Fernando's. It's a specialty poultry. What would that be called? What is a specialist in poultry? It's just called poultry. doesn't have an exciting name. So we're gonna go to the poultry place and order our turkey. Oh, so the other thing is that I decided, so for the first time since I moved into this place, I'm going to open my doors and host a Christmas open house. I had a big open house party when I first moved into this place, but I haven't had anything since. COVID and all of that has gotten in the way, and so I'm really looking forward to that. So I thought it would be fun to try out some different cocktails in preparation. Does that sound like fun? I don't know, my girlfriend came up and visited last weekend and I had a French 75 and that was wonderful. So I might try to look up and make a Christmas cocktail. Oh, and the other thing is my hair is out of control. So this happens to me every semester where I don't pay any attention to my hair. I don't get a haircut. I don't do anything. And I know people will say, oh, but your hair looks so good. And I get compliments often. I just got lucky. I have this kind of thick hair that's easy to deal with. I have a haircut appointment. So we're gonna go see Dan, my hairdresser, and I also have a nails appointment. And yeah, so hope you'll tag along with me this week as I read these wonderful books and start off Vlogmas. So welcome to the vlog, everyone. Look at the snow. So we're getting dumped with white stuff. We are technically in winter, officially. Love it. We're gonna love it for a while. And I'm on my way to this wreath making workshop, which I'm actually running late for. You can probably hear me huffing and puffing because I'm trying to move fast in the snow. Anyway, we'll see if they let me film in there. I might have to just film the result, but hopefully they will. And yeah, I'm definitely going to be late. So let me just show you the snow though on our way.
It's a cold night, baby, and I'm on my way to you. And the snow keeps falling down. Lit a fire and looked down on the avenue. I just love the way you carry the crown. It's just me and you tonight, and I'm all yours. We'll be in our happy place. This December will be the best, I'm pretty sure. And I am truly yours in every way. So hold me now, it's Christmas time. Bring joy to people in this town. In this way we make the world go round. In December I just let the peace take over. That is what I want. Just a few blocks from you now, I wanna drive. And the snow keeps falling down. Let this Christmas be the best we've ever had. Under a starlit sky, we'll walk around. It's just me tonight, and I'm all yours. We'll be in our happy place. This December will be the best, I'm pretty sure. And I'm truly yours in every way. So just hold me now, it's Christmas time.
recording? Oh my gosh, I think I just started the video and it wasn't recording. Hi everyone. Just going to give you a quick update before I run off to order the turkey, which I'm quite late in ordering this year. So hopefully I'm still going to be able to do that. And I am going to get this hair dealt with because it's way too long. The grays are coming in. I'm going to give you a quick update on my reading and take you along to the hairdresser. Apparently Taylor Swift is one person of the year. Very exciting stuff. Okay, quick update because I have a lot to do. I'm getting my hair cut, etc. You know, I just told you. So I finished Crook Manifesto. I'm not going to give a big update just now because we have our book club meeting tomorrow night and then I'm going to give an update on that. It did end with a bang, I will say. And I'm more than halfway through The Daughter of Time, which I'm reading on my Kobo. And yeah, it's very, very good. I'm surprised that I was able to understand this when I was in grade 8 because he does go through some of the history. It's super interesting though. So The Daughter of Time tells the story of Richard III, his villainous reputation for having murdered not just his 2 nephews, but I think also his brother. And I mean, people see him as this villainous, murderous figure in history. This investigator, Alan Grant, in Josephine Tay's novel, is laid up, he's a cop, and he's laid up in bed with a broken leg, and it's suggested to him by a friend that he do like an academic investigation, and his friend brings him all of these portraits from the V&A, and he picks up this portrait of Richard III, and he thinks to himself, oh, it captures his imagination because he doesn't look like the villainous character that he's been portrayed as through history and what he learned in his history class. So then he decides to investigate the circumstances of the deaths of his 2 nephews. And I don't know very much about this time period. I find War of the Roses and the Tudors all a little bit confusing, and he does go through it, and it is a little bit confusing, the different characters and the different relationships. I don't know a lot about British history, let's just put it that way. But I'm really enjoying the book so far. I'm definitely going to dig up my essay. It's cool because what they do is they decide to go through first of all, they read the account by Thomas More that paints Richard III as the murderer, and then determine through timelines and age and all of these things that More was pretty much making it up. Sorry, Fifi's wandering around. But it is pretty much making up history. So the book is a lot about the fabrication of history and the fabrication of these characters, and in this case, Richard III, the villain. And we're starting to come to understand that he probably didn't kill his 2 nephews. And we're at the point in the novel, and I don't want to give too much away. Sorry, giving that much away. But we are at the point in the novel where he's going to start to investigate who killed the 2 nephews, which is going to be very interesting, I think. I'm really enjoying it so far. It's really good. It's very readable. It's very quick. There's a lot of commentary on, rather than like, let's look at what people's actions were at the times of different events, because their actions will speak louder than their words and would dictate more whether they're innocent or not. And I think Richard's actions, at least according to the record, and I did highlight a few of them, Richard's actions really indicate that he had no motive to, he had really no motive to kill his nephews. I think there was a part where he was trying to convince someone to be pardoned, which wouldn't make sense. I'm sorry, I'm a little light on the details here. And there were a lot of other people in line for the throne in addition to the 2 nephews. So it kind of just, he's pointing out all the ways in which this doesn't make sense historically. And it's very, very well done. She's done a very good job of writing it. She's a fascinating character. I'm gonna read up a little bit more about her before ending the vlog because I know that she wrote under a pseudonym, and I think that she had Richard III's body exhumed. I'm not sure. I'm curious to see. Yeah, oh, this is my hairdresser telling me he can't do my hair. He can't do my hair today. Damn, I'm gonna have to wait to get my hair cut. Oh well, super, super interesting exploration. I mean, I know it's a work of fiction, but yeah, I'm questioning what the genre is. Anyway, I'll get back to you on that one. And then I did start I Am Homeless If This Is Not My Home. Oh, I already had started it when I began the vlog. I'm at page 80. And it's kind of sad so far because the main character, Finn, who's a teacher, has been spending time with his brother Max in the hospice. And his brother Max is definitely dying, and it's really, really sad. And now I'm just up to a part where he goes to find his ex, Lily, and it turns out that she committed suicide. So nothing of that is spoilers in the book because that's all there on the summary in the jacket. He's gone to see her. She has had a green burial, so they had to bury her very quickly. And he's just at her grave here, and she has appeared. So I know that she's a ghost or she's a zombie or something like that. And I don't know what's going to happen next. Yes, it's very good so far. Really enjoying it. And guys, I bought when I finished Crook Manifesto, I decided to start Fayne. So I've started Fayne. I'm not super far into it. So far, I'm enjoying it. It's about young Charlotte Bell, who is living at Fayne with her father. She has a close relationship with her father, and it's very sweet so far, their little relationship. But I've only read, I think, up to chapter 3. Right now, a tutor has just arrived at Fayne, who is going to be her tutor. His name is Mr. Margallo. I've just started it. What can I say? I've just started it, but I'm definitely going to be reading it this month. And this is going to take me more than 1 week to read, so I will keep everyone updated as I film my vlogs. So that's my little update. I am going to go order the turkey. I guess I'm not going to get my hair cut. How plans change. I definitely wanted to make Christmas cocktails. We shall see. Yeah, so that's my update. I think I'm going to have to wait a week to get my hair cut, but that's okay. It'll be in next week's vlog. So yeah, let's go order a turkey. Ça va? Oui, merci. Je suis là pour commander un band. Est-ce que je suis trop tard? Okay. Okay, guys, so I did it. I ordered the turkey from here behind me. I'm very happy I did that because I was a little concerned that I was too late. But I'm fine when it comes to timing. It's all good. So yes, we have ordered the organic turkey. Very exciting. Sorry, there's like a cyclist behind, trying to get by me. You know, vlogging in public never gets easier. Now I gotta run and get some juice. And yeah, unfortunately my haircut has been canceled, but I guess that gives me more time to do my grading and do some reading. It looks like there's gonna be a big demonstration on Friday downtown because the Common Front is on strike. I don't know if I'm gonna take some footage of that or not. Maybe I will. You can let me know, I think I already asked you guys to let me know in the comments below if that's something you want me to include in the vlog. And yeah, let's go get some juice. Hello everyone, it's me. I'm here to give you an update on my reading. It's going very, very well. Hello, granola. It's going very, very well. Last night we had a meeting for our book club for Crook Manifesto, which I finished. We kind of had mixed reactions to this book. Some people in the book club did not like it. I think the problem with choosing this as the book club book is that it's the second in what is expected to be a trilogy. I do think it's a little strange to start in the middle. You know? So I had taken Harlem Shuffle, which is the first book in the trilogy. The third book hasn't been written yet, out of the library, and I never finished it. I had a sense of the main character and the story. The crux of the story is about Ray Carney. Well, he's the main character in the two books. He's the main character in the trilogy, and it's about his attempts to live a straight life, as I've already said. The thing about this installment is that it's written in 3 different phases of the 70s, so 1971, 1973, and 1976. Someone in the book club had said that she had read somewhere that it was actually originally the idea was to have these be 3 novellas. There's a lot of characters and a lot of different stories that happen between the 3 sections or the 3 parts, and there's not a lot of plot. So I think that is really what the big drawback was from the perspective of people in my book club. What I think is so excellent about Colson Whitehead's writing is his ability to rebuild this world, suck you right into this world of Harlem in the 1970s. And I do think that Ray Carney, the character, our anti-hero, is a great character. He runs this used furniture store. I think it's used furniture. It might be new furniture store. He's really trying to make his business successful, but he's also drawn into the crime world because he's always tempted by that one heist that's going to get him that one payout that's going to get him further ahead than where he is right now. That's kind of his story. And also there's a bit of a commentary because there are government officials presented in this story. There are police presented in this story. There are other criminals, petty criminals presented in this story, and other members of the Harlem community presented in this story who are also participating in extracurricular economic activities. And so in a sense, Colson Whitehead is kind of saying, well, everybody is sort of crooked, or that it's not necessarily possible, even if you have the best of intentions, to live a straight life, an above board kind of life where that's how you get your income, is in a legal above board way. He's kind of saying that's not really even possible in the systems that exist, at least not in New York's Harlem at that time. I thought it was pretty great. Not my favorite. I think I'm gonna go back and read Nickel Boys by Colson Whitehead, but or maybe read Harlem Shuffle, because I do want to read the final book in this trilogy because I think it will be really interesting at that point. I wouldn't start with the middle one. I don't recommend starting with the middle one. I would probably start with Harlem Shuffle. And then if you really like Harlem Shuffle, I would suggest reading Crook Manifesto. You guys, I found it. I found my essay on the Daughter of Time. Can you believe it? Look out, look. It was done on ruled lined paper for my history class. I don't want to tell you the date. I don't want to date myself. Let's just say it was in the 80s, okay? And I remember I got a 92 on this. I don't know if the mark is actually on the paper. Okay, 17 out of 20, 85%. Okay. I thought I got a 90 on this, but anyway, 85%, not bad. Still an A. Oh no, I think there's different sections. Like this one, this part says super, 20 out of 20. Oh, what was I doing there as a grade 7 student? Contrasting Tay and Shakespeare. There are many differences between Tay's view and Shakespeare's view of Richard III. In fact, their views are practically opposites. Yes, do tell. Oh, it's so cute. So yeah, so I reread The Daughter of Time, as you know, if you've been watching the vlog. And I mean, I finished it. It was okay. It's a little bit boring, I'll admit. I think it's interesting to have had it as a book to read in a history class, but it does get a little bit bogged down in the detail of the War of the Roses and the different heirs to the throne and the different lineages. It's very focused on Inspector Grant, but Inspector Grant is doing all of this investigating from his hospital bed, and all of the discovery about the mystery of Richard III happens through conversations with other people, so there's not very much action. So Tay was really relying on the dialogue, and I would say the dialogue isn't that fantastic. It's not the best read. It's an interesting story, but it wasn't the best book I've ever read. I enjoyed it. I think I got a little bored of it here and there, and I got a little confused in the way that the history was presented. I think it's written for someone, maybe for British readers who already have some teaching and knowledge around that era of British history. Me lacking in that, despite having written a paper on it when I was a kid. I don't remember any of what I learned, I guess. Isn't that sad? I did find it a little, just slightly confusing and a little bit boring. Ultimately, it was fun. If you know someone who likes historical fiction, I think that ultimately it would be a fun book. He concludes it, well, I don't want to say all of the details of how he concludes it. It's interesting because I also looked into kind of the story about Josephine Tay herself. The other thing is that the book was written originally as a play, and then the play wasn't very successful, so she wrote it as a novel, and I think that it shows because it sort of is so dependent on the dialogue. Yeah, I was curious about what happened because I know that they exhumed the remains of Richard III and that historians did pick up the thread, but I wasn't sure if it was because of Tay's book or if it was just something that happened in parallel. But what I researched and what I found out was that it was actually only in 2012 that archaeologists excavated a skeleton with spinal curvature and battle wounds near, I guess, this woman Philippa Langley. I think they made a film about this recently. I've forgotten the name of it, like The Lost King or something. This woman, Philippa Langley, she was doing some research and then she tells the story where she sensed that Richard's grave was in this parking lot. It's a little bit strange. He's got my boot. It says she spent years persuading the University of Leicester team to do the dig, and a group of Ricardians, so people who were convinced that Richard's reputation had been unfairly maligned by the Tudors for centuries, they actually did this archaeological dig in 2012 and they excavated a skeleton that they concluded eventually that it was actually Richard III. That's pretty crazy, and I'm not sure how much the novel had to do with it. Yeah, that's fascinating. So it does appear that Richard III did not kill his nephews. I think I was convinced because that's what I wrote in my essay. That's what I wrote for my essay in grade 8. It was good fun to do that. Let's talk about I Am Homeless If This Is Not My Home. I have about 30 pages left of this little book to finish. This is kind of a strange book. I don't know. I don't know. It is about a ghost or a zombie, this woman Lily who commits suicide and her boyfriend finds her, I think where I left you off. He was at her grave and she just appeared. But she really is like a zombie because so far in the rest of the book, they're going on this road trip to Knoxville, I think, in Tennessee. I'm not even sure why. I don't know if it's that she wants to be buried there or that went over my head. But he's cleaning her skin all the time and her skin is sloughing off. And there's a lot of description of her zombie-like body and bodily appearance, which is kind of turning me off a bit. And they also have this banter where they're talking about their lives and their past, but they don't really address their relationship, which is, I also find a little bit strange because you would think that that would be the time that you would perhaps clarify a few things. So some of the things that are happening in the book, I'm just kind of scratching my head about. We haven't heard anything more about Mac. He seems to have been abandoned for Lily by Finn. I know I still have 30 pages left. There has been some interesting developments with the letters by this woman. So they stop at like a hotel, which turns out to be the rooming house where this woman was writing these letters, but the letters never were mailed. She's writing to her sister and they find a batch. Finn finds a batch of these letters. There are some confessions in these letters that are kind of interesting, but I don't know where she's going with this. There's only 30 pages left and I really have no idea where she's going with it. I think for me, it will depend on what she does in the last 30 pages for my final conclusion on what I think about it. It's a strange book. The humor in this book is very kind of dry and sometimes it works and it's funny, but I haven't found myself laughing out loud yet. A lot of it is making me feel a little uncomfortable or weird about joking around. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this one. I'll have to talk more about it when I wrap it at the end of the month. But yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there for now. I'll probably end up finishing that tonight, but I do want to finish off this vlog because I'm starting another vlog tomorrow. So I found this drink that I'm gonna make, which I'm really excited about because it sounds so good. It's a spiced clementine mulled whiskey. The ingredients are the juice of clementines, ginger beer, honey, cinnamon, allspice, cloves. That's the other spice, cloves. It's going to be so delicious and it's warmed up on the stove, the ingredients, and then you add the whiskey. And yeah, I'm really excited to try that holiday drink with y'all. Yes, let's go make that now. I mean, how do people even film cooking shows? You know what I mean? I'm just going to put everything in the pot. We're going to warm it up and then we're going to drink it. All right, everyone. So we've put in the clementine juice. We've put in the honey, the cinnamon sticks, the allspice, the cloves, and the ginger beer. And now we're going to add the whiskey off heat. Oh, that smells very strong. Woo! Woo! Okay, everyone, so let's try this concoction. I added an orange slice. I don't know if you guys can see, but I added an orange slice in there just to make it look pretty. And bottoms up. Ooh. Ooh. Wow, that's good. That would be good on a cold night coming in from skating or cross-country skiing. Ooh. It's strong though. Woo! Strong. Cheers, everyone. See you in the next one. It was actually only in 2012 that archaeologists It was actually only in 2012 that archaeologists Hey everyone, it's me, Jess. Hey everyone, it's me, Jess. Very exciting. What do you have there? What are you chewing on? What's that? Oh, someone's calling me. Hello? You know what? We can't talk about this right now because I need to go get you juice and I haven't eaten it. I can't do everything. Okay, talk to you about it later. Bye. It sounds like just like my thing. It's called a spiced clementine